In the year 911 AD, a Viking stood before the king of France. Not in chains, not defeated, but victorious. His name was Rollo, a pagan warlord, feared across Europe. A man whose ships darkened rivers, whose warriors burned cities, and whose reputation made kings tremble. That day, instead of being executed, Rollo was given land, not as a reward, but as a surrender. This is the story of the Viking who didn't just raid Europe. He reshaped it forever. Rollo's origins are wrapped in mystery and legend. Most historians believe he was a Norwegian Viking, possibly from a noble family, tall, brutal, and commanding. Some chronicles call him Rollo the Walker, claiming he was so large no horse could carry him. Like many Vikings of his age, Rollo was pushed into exile by internal conflicts and power struggles back home. But exile did not weaken him. It unleashed him. By the late 9th century, Rollo had become a terror of Western Europe, leading fleets that struck England, Flanders, and Francia. His ships moved like ghosts along rivers, especially the River Seine, the beating artery of France. Monasteries fell first, then towns, then cities. Paris would soon feel his wrath. In 885 AD, Rollo and other Viking leaders laid siege to Paris. For months, Viking longships blocked the river. Arrows rained down. Fire consumed wooden defenses. The city nearly collapsed under starvation and fear. Paris survived, but barely, and the message was clear. The Franks could no longer stop the Vikings by force. They paid them off. They prayed. They negotiated. But Rollo wasn't interested in silver alone. He wanted something more permanent. By 911 AD, King Charles the Simple of West Francia faced a brutal reality. Rollo was unstoppable, so Charles did the unthinkable. He offered Rollo land. Normandy, a devastated coastal region constantly attacked by Vikings. The deal was simple. Rollo would defend France from other Vikings. He would convert to Christianity. He would swear loyalty to the Frankish crown. In return, Rollo would rule Normandy as its lord, a Viking ruling French land. It was not peace. It was a surrender disguised as diplomacy. Legend tells us that during the treaty ceremony, Rollo was asked to kneel and kiss the king's foot, a sign of submission. Rollo refused. Instead, he ordered one of his men to do it for him. The warrior lifted the king's foot so violently that Charles fell backward in front of his court. Laughter erupted. Whether exaggerated or not, the message was unmistakable. Rollo would rule Normandy on his own terms. Rollo was baptized and took the name Robert. But don't be fooled. This was not weakness. It was strategy. He blended Viking brutality with Frankish administration. He enforced law, punished theft harshly, and rebuilt destroyed lands. Normandy became stable, prosperous, powerful. Vikings settled, married locals, and abandoned constant raiding. Within a generation, the Normans were no longer just Vikings. They were something new, something dangerous. Rollo died around 930 AD, but his legacy was only beginning. His descendants became some of the most formidable warriors in medieval history. One name stands above all others: William the Conqueror, Rollo's great-great-great-grandson. In 1066, William crossed the English Channel and crushed the Saxon army at the Battle of Hastings, forever changing England's language, culture, and ruling class. From Viking exile to King of England. That was Rollo's legacy. Much of Rollo's life is blurred by myth. We don't know his exact birthplace. We don't know the full truth of his battles. But we know this: Europe was forced to adapt because of him. He proved that Vikings were not just destroyers, but builders of empires. Rollo never wore a crown. Yet his blood ruled kingdoms. He arrived as an invader. He stayed as a ruler. And he left behind a dynasty that reshaped Europe. This is why history remembers Rollo not as a raider, but as the Viking who made kings kneel. If this story sparked your curiosity, please like the video, share it with a fellow history lover, and subscribe to LegacyLens for more powerful stories from the past. Every click helps the channel grow and keeps history alive. Thanks for watching. More legends coming soon.